Hi and welcome. I'm personal stylist Noelle and style expert, and you're watching another episode of Noelle Says. In this episode, I'm addressing the question of what is knee length? And you may actually hear me refer to knee length a lot, either in my other videos or some of my lessons from my online style school, the Style Academy. I say it a lot on my blog, which is Stylish After 40 on Tumblr, and even my newsletters. And I myself describe knee length as anything that is right above the knee, right at, or right below. And this is important because a lot of times I'm working with people who are in a professional setting. You know, we want things that will still look appropriate and, you know, aren't too short so that when you sit down or cross your legs, then the skirt or the dress is riding up. But the real reason this is important to know about what is knee length is that this all relates back to proportion. So the body is actually in thirds when we're talking about proportion. And the first third is from our shoulders to our waist. And then the second proportion is from our waist to our knees. And then the last proportion is from our knees to our feet. So this means that I always say, you know, if you were to lay me out like the Vitruvian man, it would be, we could measure it all and it would pretty much be all the same distance. And somebody once asked me, she said, you know, can you explain those proportions again? And if you think about it, it's where the body naturally bends. So I can't bend myself here, I can't bend myself here. This is only where I'm able to bend my body naturally, at the knees and at the waist and so on. So the takeaway from this is that this is why then when we have skirts or dresses that dip too far below the knee, we start to enter into dowdy and frumpy because we're playing and altering the proportion, the natural proportion of the body. Whether you're 5 feet, 4'8", or 6'4", we're messing with that proportion too much and it doesn't work. So I know it's not real appealing, but there is a science behind all of this fashion stuff, and kind of I'm the one who can explain really why it works, and so that then you can go on and recreate and get things to work on your own and understand, ooh, no, and now I understand why, and yes, and now I understand why that top or that dress works. So Tim Gunn also does refer to this, and he says, you know, when you're getting dressed in the morning, think about it. Are you wearing a top that's 1/3 and then a pair of pants that's the rest of the 2/3? Or are you wearing a top and a skirt that then that's our first third or second and then our last? You know, so what is it made up of? That's why a lot of times I look in somebody's wardrobe and I can tell that the blazer is too long, and I know it's not going to be flattering because it's making that first third look too much. It's too long. It really needs to be stop within that first third. This is the same thing with tops that are too long and cover the crotch. We're then making too much longer of that first third, and we're not staying within the natural proportions of the body. So I would go home and actually go through your wardrobe and maybe try on some tops, see where maybe they're too long. Sometimes it's even a t-shirt. You know, my mom is somebody who's very petite, and sometimes we'll be shopping and even just a t-shirt is too long. Yes, she has to decide if she wants to pay or alter a t-shirt. If you can sew, more power to you. I cannot sew, but need to make sure we keep everything within those thirds. And that's why skirts and dresses look better at knee length. If you don't like your legs, it's okay. You can go right below the knee, but not too much further than that. And the same thing with coats and then pants and tops and blazers, whatever we wear with it. So hopefully that explains it in a new way. And if you have any other questions for the next Noelle Says, please submit them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what has always caused you some fashion frustration, or maybe what I can explain for you. And then if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you for the next episode very soon.